live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Warren is out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Bayless in at the 1. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here tonight. Leonard hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He's looking to even the score in this season series with a win of their own. He told me they can certainly play better than they did the last time, and said with their defense and shot blocking, they're planning to make matters difficult at that end of the floor. Kevin, let's see if they can lock them up.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
You know, we always do, but it really rings true with this group. When they get all 5 guys keyed in at the defensive end, I think they make things very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, and I think every single possession is going to be a battle in this one. That's what I'm expecting anyway.
Here is Bayless. 17 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now here's King Carter. Here's the screen. Dishes it to Lure. Leonard the pass to King Carter. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks to Lure. Pulls up, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and 1.
And so he makes both from the line. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. King Carter up top. He had 37 points in the win against Memphis.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Now here's King Carter. Off target with his 3. Hollis Jefferson passes to Stokes. Good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
San Antonio leading. King Carter outside. There's the pick. Pass to Carter Williams. Back to King Carter. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Leonard, that's for 2. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Stolen away. And now Carter Williams pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here is Bayless. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. The shot's good from Lopez.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Carter Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Freak dishes to Lure. Lays it up and banks it in. Nets trail by 5. Now Bayless. He feeds it to Lopez. Shot from 12. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Now here's King Carter. He's got 5. Clock is at 3. The dish to Carter Williams. And Lopez pulls it down. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Stokes, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. That's good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
King Carter outside. Back to Carter Williams. King Carter outside. Launches it. And that one's good. King Carter's got a couple of threes now in the first for San Antonio. They double him with Freak. Here's Stokes. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I think everyone who saw that game would just have to agree it was about what they could do defensively in terms of winning.
And I thought the activity was tremendous, all over the court defensively. And that kind of hustle is going to pay off for you, and it also is going to keep your coach happy. These past few weeks, you can see how San Antonio stacks up. First in assists, first in shooting percentage. And they're also number 1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And how about that assist rate? Great chemistry offensively. Playing with one mind, if you will, all on the same page. That's special basketball we're witnessing here tonight.
Now Bayless, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Jumper off the screen, Bayless. And that one's good. Bayless has got his second basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Pass to Franklin. Down low. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
San Antonio making a switch here. Hudson's checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Adrian's checked in. Stokes can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Freak kicks to Decker. And there's the feed to Freak. To the wing right side. No good from Hudson. Nets trail by 4. Pass to Cage. He dishes it to Stokes. To the left side wing. Adrian misses the 3.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's King Carter. Drills it from outside. King Carter's got 14 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's West and the foul play. King Carter in at shooting guard. John Lure's out there with Decker. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here is Bayless. Back to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Decker with the rebound. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Rockets.
You know, but they were able to hang in there for most of that game. But at the end, you know, when it matters most in terms of what I call winning time, they just could not make the plays on either end of the floor.
Yeah, I like that term, winning time. But as you said, they didn't get run over, but just couldn't convert when they needed to in the end. You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Doubled by King Carter. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Let's look at the stats for Bayless, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Now here's King Carter. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Assisted by TJ.
Nets trail by 12. And Bayless kicks to Adrian. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. They double him with Freak. Here's Warren, and the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
And Bayless kicks to Lopez. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. King Carter outside. Lets it go with a three. That is good. King Carter's got 19 points.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He had 37 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Well, what a boost this group has given their teams in the second half of the season with excellent rebounding from the small forward position. And you look at Hollis Jefferson, one of the game's best, second in the league.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards. You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their game plan during that last break. He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's King Carter, following the basket by T.J. Warren. King Carter left side. Shot clock at 5. Feeds to Carter Williams. Lopez grabs the board.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish. Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
And Bayless kicks to Adrian. The second chance effort. The shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got 6.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's King Carter. He's got 25. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Bayless. San Antonio with the timeout. And now, your Spurs dance team.
Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, there's the Nets. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Shoots the 3, and the shot is good. King Carter's got 31.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Over to the left wing. Franklin for 3. Rebound San Antonio. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots. Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Uncovered. Rebound San Antonio. King Carter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Leonard dishes to Carter Williams. And a wide open look for Freak. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one. Goes in. Carter Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Here is Bayless. Carter Williams covering. And here we go. Fast break. King Carter's got it. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. West is checked in for Brooklyn. And through one half, it hasn't.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to keep them there.
Here we go, San Antonio.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Hollis Jefferson. Warren is out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Stokes in at the 3. And that one's good. Freak.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Here's Stokes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the three-pointer by Freak. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Carter Williams. Back to King Carter. Dishes to Lure. Bayless grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Lets it fly from 18. Lopez, no luck.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Here's King Carter. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. King Carter's got 43 points.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
And the wide open shot from Warren. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
King Carter passes to Lure. Back to King Carter. From downtown, and he gets it to go. King Carter's got